Hi, this is Coach Dan Williams with Character Advantage, and I want to talk to you today about how I had to learn as a parent of an athlete on the elite pathway how to run toward the hard things. Now, one of the first things that I had to learn to run toward, to embrace, because it was a hard thing, was to learn that I didn't measure our journey success based on wins and losses. I needed to understand that the coach that would be recruiting my player wasn't looking at wins and losses. That coach is looking at the competitive nature of my player. Is my player competing? That's what they're looking at and evaluating. The other thing that I had to run toward was difficult because I had to understand that I had to let go of the things that I couldn't control. And that's so difficult as a parent. There are so many things that I can influence and control. But the reality is when it comes to my player's journey in their sport, there are so many things I can't control. So I had to learn how to embrace that. I had to step into the hard thing of not trying to control everything. In fact, I had to focus on what I could control and what I could help my player control, which is very simply do your job. It's that simple. The other thing that I had to learn to embrace that was a hard thing to embrace was the fact that everyone's journey is different. My player's journey is different than your player's journey. Now, there are some similarities that I began to realize, the similarities being that not every journey is in a straight upward ascent toward success. Everyone's journey will be faced with setbacks. You will face challenges. You will face obstacles. That is certain. Everyone's journey will have that. What also is certain is everyone's journey will have success. You will taste success along the way. You will achieve success along the way. You will win. You will see that and experience it. But you will also experience times when you need to take a rest, when you need to decompress, when you need to take a step back. Either you're going to do that voluntarily or you're going to realize that that's going to be imposed on you in different ways. And so my encouragement to you is to lean into that difficult thing, which is to accept the fact that not every journey is the same. So don't evaluate your journey against someone else's journey. The other thing that I learned that was very difficult to lean into, to accept, it was a hard thing to accept, was there are a lot of times on the journey when you just feel like walking away. And I want to encourage you, don't walk away. If there is passion in your player, if they have a desire to pursue and to fulfill this passion, to fulfill their potential that they have, don't walk away when things get difficult. That's when you need to lean into it even more. And walking away doesn't always mean walking away from your sport. Walking away sometimes means maybe going somewhere else where you think you will face less resistance. Don't always think that a change of scenery is better. It may be better, but don't always make that assumption. You want to see the resistance for what it is. Is it refining you? Is it challenging you? Is it developing you? Now, if it's not refining you and it's not challenging you and it's undercutting you, it's destroying your love for what you do, it's eroding your passion, then you need to move in a different direction. Go to a different place to train. Find another coach. Find another team if you're in a team sport. Whatever it is that you need to do. But don't walk away. Don't walk away from those challenges because they refine you. Now, the other thing that I learned that was a hard thing that I needed to step into was the fact that all I could do was guide, but my player needed to do the hard work. There is just no way that you can cut corners. There is not a fast track. There's not an easy pass. There is no way that you can achieve greatness and develop your full potential without doing the hard work. And you can't do it for them. You just have to be that guide. You have to be that encouragement. And I'll tell you, there were times in which I suffered watching from the sidelines my player go through hard times that were difficult times, but it was causing them to realize what they had to work on. And then I would observe, were they doing the hard work? Did I need to help them realize what that hard work was? Or maybe they knew what it was, but they just needed encouragement. Or all I needed to do maybe was to just step back and watch and see and give them some time to figure it out. But all I could do was be a guide. I couldn't do it for them. I couldn't make it easier for them. I could encourage. I could bring some joy along with the hard work, but I couldn't make that hard work any easier. That's the point. It had to be hard to help them take their game to the next level. Now, in all these things that I've shared with you, I want to help you see that there's 3 key takeaways that are really the keys to your surviving on your elite pathway with your player. The first key, make it simple. There was a couple of times that I talked about how I just needed to keep things simple. It could be just as easy as do your job. It's that simple. But try to look for ways to keep things simple. The other is, I realized that another key was I had to help my player be self-disciplined. Without self-discipline, they would never take their game to the next level. And the third key that I had to realize was I just needed to stay calm. Regardless of anything that would happen, I needed to stay calm. Maybe it was they were feeling the pain of not making the team. I had to stay calm. Maybe it was they just got injured and I had to stay calm. Or they're dealing with people on the team, their teammates, or maybe the coach, and there's adversity and there's challenge. I had to stay calm. Maybe it came through other parents and they just seemed to always relish the fact that their player was the best player, always getting the best treatment and always getting the most noticed. I had to stay calm. The key, these 3 keys, keeping it simple, helping my player build self-discipline, and then staying calm regardless of the situation. Those were the keys that helped me lean in and do the hard things. Because the reality is, if you're going to be the best guide that you can be for your player and help them achieve the success that you see that they have the potential to achieve, and to do it in the amount of time that you have, you need to take advantage of the character that your player has. Because character is what's going to help them keep things simple. Character is what's going to help them be self-disciplined. Character is what's going to help them stay calm regardless of the situation. And that's why I'm here, to help be your guide, to help you help your player find their character advantage.